2 seed, earning their spot, their chance to play UTA, the hometown favorites. It's not going to be an easy match. And for Penn State, it's a team that didn't even go through CRL. They haven't even played UTA in CRL here this season.
Yeah, I mean, that really means that anything can happen. I mean, coming into this one, UTA, they're going to be feeling good coming off of that 3-0 victory. Anytime you come off a 3-0, you're going to be having that hot momentum and just want to ride that streak into this next match because they look so hot against UNLV. If they can keep that going right here against Penn State, I mean, sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, let's remember, UTA outscored UNLV 9-3. UTA, in the first 30 seconds, put their first one away.
Yet again, able to find something off the rip. That's going to be a beautiful goal coming in from Samba. Great pass as well, just stated. I mean, right now, UTA just trying to keep this ball rolling.
Yeah, and for UTA, that's the type of attack that you're going to see. It's very quick, kind of this snake bite type of offense where it's just quickly on your side and a very threatening, lethal attack. And for Penn State, they're going to have to turn up the defense and turn away some of these attacks. Another one comes across the box. This time, no one close enough from UTA.
Yeah, but still, very good opportunity yet again for UTA. They're finding early offense, and that's exactly what you want to see out of this squad, especially going up against a Penn State squad that was able to hold Portsmouth pretty down the entire series. I mean, listen, Penn State did a great job in that series overall. So right now, we know their defense is going to be solid. So the fact UTA got an early one, make it 2, and Samba's going to be putting in the second. UTA are getting rolling.
Smiles on the UTA side with that one going in. What a monster challenge from Adverse to win that one off the ceiling. The follow-up was there from Samba. And again, that's the scary part about UTA is you give them an inch and they take a mile. When that ball's floating in front of the box, they will strike quickly.
And we talk about how much momentum matters in Rocket League. And right now, all the momentum is on this UTA side as they're going to be clearing this one out, sending it down. Adverse and Samba trying to be the duo, but that one's going to be going off the crossbar. Extremely unfortunate, but UTA, I mean, they are looking absolutely on fire right now.
Certainly Adverse and Samba are the 2 big attackers on this UTA side, and for good reason. Adverse second in CRL for goals per game, averaging 1.2.
This one's going to be in the corner. Adverse going to be trying to clear this one out yet again. Because right now, Penn State really haven't been able to find anything on this offensive end right now. UTA has done a solid job of playing this nice turtle shell defense. And Brand trying to make it happen in the mid, but that's not going to be the case. Samba's going to be sending it off the backboard, but it's going to be cleared out yet again.
Penn State, at least for the school, it's not their first time here. They were back years ago at the first CRL land. And Brand, as soon as I start talking about their old ways, Penn State able to cut the lead in half.
Beautiful goal right here coming in as Brand was able to flip this one right on over. Samba not able to get there in time. Unfortunate, but hey, very fortunate if you're a Penn State fan because guess what? They brought this within 1.
And the thing about Penn State is they always seem to find a way. If you watch that Portsmouth match, it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Right? It was not like just a blowout for Penn State. Obviously, it was a game 5. But Penn State, they just stuck around. They're a sticky team. They're tough to get rid of. And I think UTA are going to find out here in game 1 that it might take more than 2 goals to take them down.
Oh, for sure. You can't overlook any opponent whatsoever, especially if you have that early lead. You can't get comfortable whatsoever. I mean, right now, Penn State, they're in striking distance. They can tie this one up extremely quick. And we know if they get that momentum back on their side, we saw what they did to Portsmouth when they got that momentum. This team was looking scary, so I don't know, man. The Lions, who knows what's going to happen?
They're just past halftime here. Penn State ramping up their offense as the last man. I think it was Nava who initially jumped but couldn't get after the shot, and we're tied up.
And at the end of the day, I mean, Brand able to drop this one off right off of the backboard. And Kareem going to be able to put this one right in, finding the equalizer. We got ourselves a 2-2 game halfway through this one. This one could go either way, man.
And UTA a little tied up there on the goal line. Adverse, I think, wanted Nava to go. Nava was still kind of landing from the initial jump. And now Brand's going to get one. Penn State, they're not going away. They're in the lead.
This is what I'm talking about. I mean, listen, this locomotive, it starts to get rolling. UTA are going to need to find a stop to it immediately because look at the communication. It's coming out. Cam Bam able to send it right on over yet again as Brand's going to be able to find the back of the net. 3-2 advantage right now. Penn State on top.
And I think you mentioned it. You know, Penn State coming through the CCA Open, they've seen a wide variety of teams. And they've gone through some turbulence as well coming into this. You know, roster changes coming out of the CCA Open into the CRL LCQ. They have seen a lot so far. And really, they've basically played a season's worth of games before they got here at the CRL Worlds, even without being in the league.
And I mean, really, that just means they've got experience together. They've got, they've got that chemistry down packed at this point. And I mean, even though they took a different route to get here, right now this route is paying off because Penn State, they are absolutely vibing right now on the main stage.
Miles on the Penn State side. They know what's happening in this game. They have turned it on. They are a different look than they were in the first couple minutes, and UTA are stunned.
Yeah, and not only that, the UTA crowd is awfully silent out there. I don't hear you guys as loud as you guys were before. I'm going to need you guys to wake up out there. They're going to need you as UTA are going to try to come back into this one. Cam Bam not able to put it in for Penn State, trying to find that 5-2 advantage, which would absolutely be a nail in the coffin for this UTA roster.
There's a little chant going out there, Rome. You got them fired up. And they're going to need it, as you said, down by 2 goals. Plenty of time left, as Brand, very dangerous from this position, had a flip, didn't get a lot of power behind it. UTA, they've got to go. And right now, what a save off the post. UTA still within 2. A monster save and a welcomed one here, as they've got just over a minute left.
Oh, man, that was one that they needed right there. They needed that one oh so badly, as Brand is still trying to make it happen on this offensive end. And UTA, they're going to need to clear this one out and find some type of offense. As Nava might be able to carry it in. Oh, my goodness, is Penn State with a little bit of an own goal there. But, I mean, either way, Nava able to put it in. UTA find themselves within 1.
I think he got... Oh, no, it was Cam Bam who hit it.
Yeah.
I thought he hit Nava, but he did hit Nava, but he didn't hit Nava into the ball. He hit the ball into his own net.
I mean, right now, within 1, let's see if they're going to be able to do it. UTA, they can make magic happen. You got 54 seconds in a dream, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if it can happen.
Backflip there, give some space over to UTA. An opportunity here for Adverse, up over the defense, off the crossbar. UTA threatening, it's got to be Nava. Denied again. Follow-up from Adverse is there. Cam Bam can't get there, and we're tied up at 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again, as the 3rd time's going to be the charm. Adverse able to put it right there into the upper 90. As they're not able to even get close to that one. I mean, right now, UTA, they've come back. The crowd, it worked. Get loud, they're here.
Back and forth here in game number 1. 39 seconds left. The scoring has ramped up on both sides. UTA have come alive. They've now made the comeback. We've had 2 comebacks, basically, in game 1. And this next goal could be the final one. Samba couldn't get there. And Nava just trying to keep it dangerous for UTA.
And I mean, right now, this is the big thing about this. This is such a big game of swings. First 2 goals go the way of UTA, then 4 in a row for Penn State. Now 2 back again for UTA. Tie game, 13 seconds left. Who's going to be able to come out on top right now? This one's going to be popped up yet again. 8 seconds remaining. Let's make it happen.
Big clear down here for UTA, but they can't hold on to it. It could be Penn State with the last chance. Samba, a weak clear. This one's certainly going into the ground. It's a game 1 overtime.
I mean, listen, we wouldn't have it any other way. And the fact that it's a 4-4 overtime, I mean, listen,
high scoring.
High scoring overtimes is exactly what we want to see, because usually that means that the overtime isn't going to last all that long, as Brand trying to make this one happen, but not able to, as Nava is going to be back yet again to clear this one out. And I mean, right here is where you got to play mistake-free. Any little mistake, any little error, it's over. Like, simple as that. I mean, both of these teams are going to absolutely punish
there
you.
It is.
And that's going to be Kareem able to find it in overtime for Penn State. 23 seconds in.
And he's loving that. He was looking out on the crowd, but look at the pass from Brand. It got caught by Samba as well. Gave it a little extra power. And UTA stunned here in game 1 after a dominating start.
Wow, I mean, listen, you can hear the crowd. They are absolutely shocked. I don't really know if anyone really thought that Penn State was going to be able to get that one back. I mean, it felt like UTA really just had all the momentum yet again. Even heading into that overtime, it still felt like it was probably going to be in their hands. But, I mean, the fact that Penn State yet again find another win here, up 1-0 in this best of 5. They already took out Portsmouth. What else can they do? Again,
just to set the stage, I mean, Penn State is a team that's coming out of the CCA Open. They did not play in CRL. They're going up against a team in UTA who went 12-3 in the CRL League play. Penn State now have already taken down one of EU's favorites. They're trying to take down one of NA's with UTA in game 1, going their way, high scoring, 9 in total. And Penn State, this was not an easy win, but look, This I think shows that Penn State have been tested. We talked about what they did CCA Open, LCQ. They've proven themselves here now with their first series and the first game in this one.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Ty Lacto, he spoke about it. Penn State, they won 3-2 in their first series, so they're going to be coming in with not really a chip on their shoulder, but more like an awareness. They understand, like, they're ready. They're coming in ready for this one. On the other side, UTA, they had a 3-0 and a relatively easier 3-0. So I mean, maybe they just came in a little bit on their high horse. I don't know, maybe they just were a little bit overconfident, but I'll tell you one thing, Penn State, they're definitely not overconfident. They are feeling absolutely incredible heading in this game number 2.
Again, they just don't go away. They stick in these series where, you know, I think a lot of people would count them out. They put on a good attack here. It seems like they always find some pressure. They never seem to be out-pressured too much by the other side. They are able to kind of find their ways, find the cracks in the defense, and have been very lethal so far here.
And right now, Adverse not able to drop it down low into there. Nava's going to be putting it right back in, but Kareem able to send this one out yet again. And my goodness, UTA were almost able to strike extremely quick.
Great saves on the defensive side there. Kareem given some space here by Samba. The respect coming out. As a Rule 1, I believe there is in the corner. I couldn't tell who it was initially, but Adverse, little 360 on it. Didn't really do much with it. Didn't have a lot of boost.
But it looked cool.
But it looked cool, and that's what's important sometimes.
Yep. There you go. It's Worlds. You got to go for the style points. You know, that's what Worlds is all about right now. As a flip reset's going to be trying to come through. Adverse going to be trying to clear this one yet again.
It's Cam Bam and Nava in the corner in the Rule 1. There they are. This is the gameplay that we've come for. People travel around the world, Rome, and this is what they get to see.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, they came all the way from Pennsylvania just to, you know, have a little love tap in the front. I mean, listen, honestly, shout out to both of these squads right now. I mean, 1-0 advantage for Penn State, but UTA, I mean, we know what they're capable of right here, right now. If they start to get rolling, this crowd starts to get behind them, and now
they're not even running into each other. They're just sitting there.
And listen, we're all about love here at Rocket League. I mean, giving each other a little bit of smooch over there in the corner,
might be it.
And that is going to end up paying off for Penn State. As I mean, UTA, you're trying all the strategies, but it's not working right now. Penn State are making you pay for it.
They're making you pay for it. Maybe the third man would have come and helped there for UTA, but nowhere to be found. Penn State able to strike first.
Listen, situations like that, you just got to chalk it up as a mistake. I don't think UTA are going to do that ever again this entire weekend. They're going to be good to go. They're playing straight up. Penn State, they're challenging yet again. We got an open goal, but no, it's going to be Brand back extremely fast.
Yeah.
That was an impressive play right there because UTA, they were looking good to strike back.
Yeah, a bit of a fast break there from UTA. Wanted to quickly go on the counter, and now Samba's still trying to keep control. It's Cam Bam, low boost. Trying to find a way out, but UTA not making it easy. Now Nava wants to go for the bump. UTA dangerous here. Needs one up. It's Samba to the far side. Gonna drop it down, and we're tied up.
And that right there is an absolutely clean goal. You talk about the beautiful pass off the backboard, and then it's all Samba, ladies and gentlemen, as he's able to juke out the defense. Yeah. We got ourselves a tie game. They found the equalizer.
Beautiful shot there from Samba. Well placed. Just enough power to sneak by the defense there. And UTA, a great attack. That all started from Nava chasing down that first man and just trying to push him out of the way. Didn't have to get the demo. Opened up space for UTA, and they earned themselves a goal.
Right now, I mean, let's see exactly what UTA are going to be able to do to build off of this momentum that they have been able to find right here. As we're halfway through this one, we're all knotted up at one apiece. And I mean, right now, if you're talking momentum, I don't think either team has it right now. In all honesty, I feel like both of these squads, this is such an even series. Like both of these first two games have been literally deadlocked.
I mean, we talked about in game one, both teams made a comeback by 2 goals. So, you know, I mean, what else do you want from these guys? And they went to overtime.
Yeah, and the thing is that Penn State was down 4-2. Or they were down, excuse me, they lost the last 2 goals heading into that overtime. So the fact they were able to find the first goal in overtime, that was massive. It's literally, we had 5 momentum changes in game 1. So I don't even think anyone's going to have momentum right now in this game number 2. 1-1, 2 minutes left. Let's see who's going to be able to find the answer.
Plenty of time to build on a lead. If one were to get it, could be Adverse. Tough shot. But he's a guy who could hit it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately not coming up with it this time. There's a minute 40 left on the clock here. Cam Bam looking for just some space. Gets a demo. And then takes the corner boost. But it'll be UTA on the attack. It'll be Samba to make him pay. UTA in the lead.
Beautiful shot coming in yet again. I mean, you saw the demo come out, and after that, Samba said, oh, I'll take that one as that one goes up. Essentially a free net as he's able to put that one in. 2-1 advantage right now for UTA. Crowd, get loud.
And Penn State certainly learning their lesson to not give the space over to Samba. There's been so many times that he's just been uncontested in the air. He has been swatting them here in this game.
And I mean, right now, UTA are really making the most out of the opportunities that Penn State are giving them. Penn State aren't giving them many opportunities, but the ones that UTA are getting, they are capitalizing to the utmost right here in this game number 2. And Penn State, they're going to need to find something extremely quick as we've only got 75 seconds remaining, ladies and gentlemen, in this one. So UTA are looking to tie this one up at 1 apiece.
Oh, Great clear there from Brand, and maybe an opportunity here for Penn State. Not the best clear as it comes off the post. Follow up there. Adverse got bumped, and Cream couldn't get there in time. A good demo might keep the attack on for Penn State. It certainly did. Tough angle. Save, but only for the moment. Cam Bam comes through. We're tied up.
Oh, Nava wasn't able to keep it out of the net. You can see him thinking, how am I going to stop this one? Cam Bam found that. Cam Bam able to force it in. That was an absolutely beautiful play. As you stated, we're all knotted up 2 apiece. 56 seconds remaining. It's the same situation as last game. Tie game, 1 minute left. Now who's going to find the answer first? I mean, that's really the question.
Overtime certainly looming between these two teams with the way they've been playing. It has been so tight. As now Adverse, well, he's not going to find it through the first man. Nava, maybe not the best touch. Penn State now, an opportunity to counter. Unfortunately, can't hold on to it. UTA forced to work from their back wall. It's Cam Bam, contested by Nava. And now Penn State on the attack and denied once again. UTA all over Penn State, slowing them down and just winning those challenges.
Solid defense coming out when they need it the most. I mean, UTA, if they can keep this one up, they should be able to find an answer. As Adverse trying to center this one. It's going to be cleared out yet again by Cam Bam this time. Nava's got to get back as we've got 8 seconds left in this one. Here we go. Golden goal scenario.
Brand, maybe one off the backboard, and that's not a bad idea for Penn State, but not enough time for the counter. Penn State sent the house, but another overtime here in game 2.
We're 2 for 2 in overtimes, and I am loving every second of it. And right now, I mean, Penn State, they were able to find the answer first in the last overtime. Let's see if UTA can end that run right here. Leave this one in a 1-1 scenario. I mean, listen, they are definitely itching for it. They do not want to go down 0-2 after coming off of a 3-0 win.
A little UTA chant there in the first 10 seconds of game 2 overtime. Samba, dangerous here, put it back behind them, a Brand. Samba with 3 goals, a hat trick to win it.
Yeah, right now Samba is just an absolute menace on the pitch right now as UTA are able to find game number 2. They find the answer in overtime, and this is exactly what you want to see. We got ourselves a 1-1 series.
Adverse is so happy, man. Every time I look at his camera, he's smiling. He's just watching Samba score goal after goal. He's like, man, you know, I'm one of the best performing players in CRL, but I'm not just watching my boy just go right now. And Samba, he's popping off.
Yeah, listen, Samba absolutely making a name for himself yet again. I mean, listen, when you already got a name for yourself, what can you really do? I mean, listen, everybody already knows Samba. Samba's an absolute animal right here. And I mean, honestly, this squad right here in Penn State, you see them, they're communicating, they're saying what went wrong, but you can see the vibes, they're still up. You know, they're still up on this squad, and that's what you really want to see, is the comms there, the vibes there, and that means you got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, look, that game was overtime. It was a close series, or a close game, rather. Of course, that happened as well, and, you know, Penn State actually came out on top with that one. It was UTA that really bit the dust, but for Cam Bam, putting that one away was huge. Of course, the tying goal, and then of course, in the overtime, Brand just not able to get up to contest it. And once you leave the space, again, when you leave the space for Samba, he's going to put the shot on.
And look at that scoreline. When you're talking about it, listen, Samba, you might be in college, but right now you're in a class all by yourself. All right, simple as that. You are a problem on the pitch.
And let's not discount all 3 of the goals were assisted by Adverse as well. So certainly serving it up to Samba. I think that one of the first goals was actually Adverse just winning a monster challenge at the top of the box and allowed Samba to come through. So those type of things really start to show and make players like Samba shine.
Yeah, let's see if he can shine right here in game number 3 as UTA are looking to go up 2-1 in this series. Right now, I mean, they are almost able to get it all, but Cam Bam able to clear it out barely off the crossbar. My goodness, what a close call. UTA almost able to find an answer.
And that certainly should have been a goal from UTA. I think Nava had an open net to shoot on and kind of put it to the side. And now that one far post shot from Adverse turned away by the defense, but only just barely. Here comes Samba as that one hit a bit too hard. This time Nava can't get around it in time. Cam Bam looking for space here on the UTA side, but it's tough to break through, and a great clear once again from Adverse. It's just done a great job in the challenge game, relieving pressure or setting up his teammates.
And now let's see who's going to be able to set up who on the offense. UTA going to be trying to center this one. Adverse going to need to get back, though, as Brand trying to air dribble this one downfield. Going to be cleared out to the left, sent away as UTA's defense still holding pretty strong. Right now, Penn State haven't really been able to find anything in this first minute on the offensive side, but it's been the Penn State defense that's been holding strong. Oh man, Samba able to clear this one out. What a beautiful save right there.
Ooh, tough ball there. Brand, great poise behind it to realize that one could squeak through, and a couple of good challenges. Still sitting in the middle of the field, and Penn State trying to find their footing. It really is UTA that's going up and meeting it first.
You can feel the pace is really starting to slow down with these teams. Listen, those first 2 games, things are flying back and forth on the pitch, but right here in this game number 3, you can see these teams starting to settle in. I feel like they found that comfort zone with their opponent right now, and I mean, honestly, both these teams are playing so good. It's so back and forth. I will say I feel like UTA have the slight advantage right now, but it is barely an advantage.
Penn State, oh my, Camban and Brand both run into each other.
Wow.
Brand wanted to come on it, and unfortunately teammate getting in the way as Brand, once again, able to get behind it, put one at least on target, but weak. Dangerous pinch here for UTA. It's Cambam, I don't think recognized that the defender wasn't going to get the touch. Now Brand, boost to work with, looking for the bump, didn't find it. Samba will delete Kareem, and Cambam doing a good job of just keeping Penn State in the mix, not letting UTA out, not letting them counter.
Yeah, they're giving themselves chances right now, and as long as they're able to keep it on this UTA half, they're going to be feeling good, but that's going to be Samba with the demo on the Cambam. And I mean, this is going to be it. Potential play is adverse. Able to put it off the backboard, but nobody's going to be there to put it home.
UTA hunting still adverse. Another challenge that keeps Penn State in. It takes 2, but now Samba to deny. Still scoreless. Not something we've seen here in this series so far. Our first game had 9 goals in total.
Yeah, this is a polar opposite of game 1 right now. I mean, listen, game 1 was all offense, right here, all defense. Simple as that. We got to find who's going to be able to break the mold. Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? What a save coming out at the line by Penn State as yet again UTA. I mean,
there it is.
Oh, and there we go. Okay, adverse, able to put it in. 1-0 advantage. I mean, listen, I was holding my breath right there for a second.
And the initial shot there, the one that went off the post, was from Samba. It hit off the post, came all the way across, and it threw off Nav, and that's why he hit the post on the far side. But UTA, in the scramble, were able to find it, regroup, take a shot on target, find their mark. 1-0 here for UTA.
Yeah, that's one you just got to take a deep breath on. You just got to say, okay, you know what, it was looking a little bit shaky there, but we were able to come out on top, so we're going to be feeling good now.
Whoa!
As everyone's going to be missing that one, and nobody able to put it in as that one dangerously went in front of the net. Now it's going to be UTA back on the offensive right now. Samba trying to center this one. This one's going to get popped up still on this Penn State side. It's going to be Nava challenging Samba. Going to be getting control of this. UTA trying to make something happen. It's adverse, not able to make it happen there. I mean, still, it's going to be UTA. They're trying to find something on this offensive end. They're not satisfied with a 1-0 advantage whatsoever.
Yeah, and it's been shown that Penn State prone for comebacks.
Yeah.
And it's going to take someone like Samba to make the difference, maybe looking for a dunk. Follow-up is there, nobody connecting. Now Nava will go, looking for backboard. Penn State able to clear it away, but it's straight into the hands of UTA. Now Samba, dangerous position, looking for a flip reset and gets denied by Kareem.
Right now, I mean, listen, UTA have to be careful. There's 45 seconds left. You don't want to overcommit on this offensive end and leave yourself susceptible for that counterattack that Penn State is so known for. Right now, with 35 seconds remaining, UTA still doing a good job of keeping it on this Penn State side, and as long as they can keep this up, I mean, it's going to be smooth sailing for this squad. But with 30 seconds remaining now, Brand's trying to make it happen. It goes barely above the crossbar. Oh, man, that was such a close call.
And UTA, kind of their lucky stars, but maybe that star is just adverse flying through the sky. Nava with no boost. He's not going to connect, and now he's left it open. The demo spawn from Samba will save it. Very lucky there from UTA that he actually spawned on that side. And now Samba, light clear. Everyone going from UTA. Nava does get it out. And Penn State will have to start from their own corner. Last chance here for UTA. Is it adverse? Could he get another touch? He won't, and UTA coming out on top.
Yeah, I mean, UTA, that was a big win right there. That was a defensive game if I've ever seen one. And I mean, listen, both of these squads now have shown they can do it on the offensive end. They can do it on the defensive end. But UTA able to find an answer when they needed it the very most. UTA go up 2-1 in the series, winning 2 games in a row. I mean, right now, this squad, they might have come back to life.
Yeah. And for UTA, you can see the fans, you can see the signs, the Nava Samba adverse signs. Let's go UTA, of course. And right now, certainly in control as they have, I think, kind of put Penn State in their place here in this game. They've gotten again, a lot more control, I think, in this series. They probably could have scored a lot more goals as well. They scored after that attempt right there that you just saw in the Nissan replay, but for UTA, there was a lot of shots coming out. In fact, 10 to the 6 of Penn State.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Listen, they were able to find more shots on goal, as you stated, and in games like this, that matters. Just the amount of shots you can get on goal where both teams are playing such solid defense. I mean, if you're able to slip one through the cracks as they were able to, you can get yourself a win, and that's exactly what they found themselves right there.
And so Penn State looking to regroup here in this next game. As again, it's been quite close. I mean, it's been close throughout this series. Penn State, though, that one kind of got away from them there. UTA definitely building upon their lead. We'll see Game 4. Penn State trying to stay alive here in this Group B winners match.
So right now, we've had 3 one-point games, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if that trend is going to continue here in Game 4 as UTA are trying to silence Penn State's run. In them right here.
I think Penn State really need to find that first goal.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of cliche to say, but for UTA, they really start out hot. And they find a lot of momentum. They're one of those teams that I think kind of sprint downhill. They get a little bit of momentum, and they just start taking off.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, that's the thing is both of these squads have shown that if they get that momentum on their side, they can be an absolute problem. I mean, Penn State, in game number 1, they were able to ring off 4 goals back-to-back. I mean, that right there is a feat of its own. So the fact they were able to do that means that they might be able to, find some offensive success here in game number 4. But UTA, I mean, the defense has been absolutely impeccable. Coming out as Samba, able to find the answer yet again 1 minute in.
And look who wins the challenge. Adverse again. And that's what's really been a pain for Penn State. It's been Adverse in their face. It's been Samba scoring the goals, but Adverse has been the guy every single time to deny the clear, to deny the touch, and set up Samba.
I mean, listen, that's exactly what you want to see. It's a team game for a reason. Teamwork makes the dream work. It's said so many times, but it is so true. As right now, UTA find themselves with the advantage. And I mean, with 4 minutes left, there's plenty of time remaining. UTA, I don't really see them getting comfortable. And that's the reason why, because Brand, able to find an answer. We've got ourselves an equal game.
And with all the talk I've had about UTA and their challenge game, for this one to come off the back wall and players being so late to that one, it's just uncharacteristic from UTA. Penn State just able to capitalize on UTA being slower and a tied game.
It seems like a little bit of miscommunication coming out on the side of UTA there, but I mean, ooh, man, is that one's going to be going.
Tough one.
Yeah, off the post. It's going to be centered again. Nice clear, though, coming in from UTA. They're going to be trying to set up some offense of their own. Snava in the corner. Going to be centering this one off the backboard. This one's going to be cleared out yet again. This is Penn State defense. They are not trying to keep this one on their side whatsoever. They say, you know what, let's keep it on this UTA side, because UTA are finding opportunities. As we stated, 10 shots in the last game. Only 2 were able to go in, but still 10, like they got to bring that number down.
Certainly don't want to be feeling that pressure throughout a series. Adverse and Samba. This is the duo up top for UTA. It has been lethal as Green will just take out Adverse, send them back to the orange side.
I mean, looking at this right now, I mean, a lot of people would say that, whoever ends up losing this match, I mean, they've got a matchup on their hands, because I mean, we might be looking at Penn State having to go up against Portsmouth again. And they beat them once. You beat them in a game 5. But can you beat them again in the lower elimination series? I mean, that's going to be a big tell.
Well, they're certainly not out of this game quite yet. Half a game left to play, still tied up. Nava not able to connect. That's a back post shot and almost caught Cambam off guard. He had a backflip to get back to that one, but Penn State keep it clean, and they're able to get out. As that one actually is played off of Nava, and Samba have to saving his own teammate's shot. Still Penn State, not a lot of pressure here. UTA, very comfortable on defense, but they've just kind of been throwing the ball away. Now a pass back to Cambam. This one off the back wall. Follow up there is from Kareem, but he couldn't connect. The defense was ready for it, but a great look there for Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Kareem had it all set up perfectly, just wasn't able to put the right touch on it, try to find the back of the net. And we still got ourselves a tie game. 2 minutes remaining in this one. And I feel like we're literally just singing the same song over and over again. We get to this point in the game, it's a tie game.
And that boost,
man, is Samba's not able to get there. Man, the sandwich comes in on the wall, but they're not able to connect. Is this one going all the way? And now Brand is able to make it happen. No, as Samba on the defensive end yet again is going to be able to hold the line. Not let 2-1 on UTA in Game 4.
Yeah, I can see him. He's like, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that one. I like it when I score. It looks pretty good. And for Penn State, yeah, that's exactly what you need, especially when you make the big save on the goal line.
Yeah.
When you're racing back to the other side, you counter and put one on. That's demoralizing for UTA.
Oh, man, and right now, Penn State, they are going to be feeling so good. They're going to say, you know what, let's take this one back to another Game 5 where we were able to find success against Portsmouth. The question is, can they repeat that performance? If they can force it, they are a minute away. Doing that right here, right now, but it is going to be the offense of UTA that's going to be pressuring Asamba, going to be trying to make it happen. Dream going to be going up, but nobody's going to be there for it on the side of Penn State. And still, it's going to be UTA with possession.
I saw him.
Oh, my goodness. Cam Bam. What? Unfortunate, but Samba, regardless, able to find it. We got ourselves a tie game. Oh, man, that's just an unlucky bounce. That's just an unlucky bounce.
What can you do, right? You're playing the ball above the net. It should just come off the wall and out. Instead, down towards your car. And an accidental own goal, Samba with the credit. He's been the one to fire off the shots for UTA, all tied up with less than a minute to go.
4th game in a row with this scenario. I mean, listen, this is exactly what we're asking for when we're talking about CRL Worlds. I mean, listen, the fact that all these games are within 1 point. They're coming down to the wire. We're getting all these overtimes. This is absolutely beautiful Rocket League, and this is absolutely anyone's game right now. The UTA on the defensive, or on the offensive, excuse me, gonna need to try to make something happen with 30 seconds remaining if they want to end this series right here.
It does feel like UTA has gotten the better of Penn State offensively, yet we sit tied. UTA trying to bring this one down, using all the space afforded to them by Penn State. A decent flick by Samba. We'll take away the boost. Now Nava looking for more. Adverse having to get out. Very physical there in the box. The final 10 seconds upon us. Still tied. Maybe one more look here for UTA. Do they have one more shot? It's Adverse. Follow-up is there. So close for Samba. Penn State stay alive here overtime.
And we got ourselves a third overtime in 4 games. This right here is CRL, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see exactly if Penn State are going to be able to find an early answer. No, the defense from UTA is still going to be strong as they are holding the line here early in this overtime.
Penn State would love to steal this game away. UTA, they certainly have had many chances here to build a better lead. Adverse pushes it by. It's going to be a tough angle. Nava went. Adverse wanted to pull off. Here's Samba. Not a lot of boost here to work with. UTA, they're circling the Penn State side. They just don't have the resources to attack.
Circling like sharks in the water right now. Just need to find the exact moment. This might be it. Samba's not able to find the correct touch. Unfortunate, but you can see the play is there, and now Brand, is he going to be able to put it in?
Oh my goodness.
And that's going to be a Game 5, ladies and gentlemen, as Penn State find the answer in overtime.
Oh my goodness, Brand having to pick up the pad. I mean, he needed that pad. Nava and Samba were chasing after him. Kind of an awkward situation, but it works out perfectly for Penn State.
You need the boost, you need to score, you need to find a way to make it happen, and Penn State are able to do that. We got ourselves a Game 5. Oh my goodness, this literally is the best case scenario. I mean, listen, it's the winner's side and it's the Game 5 to decide who ends up taking it and making it out of groups officially. I mean, this doesn't get better than this, man.
I want to go back to what we were talking about, or what I said in the first game and getting into the first game, was that Penn State, they do not go away. And I think this is going to be a theme, and no matter any series, upper, lower, or in the championship, they will come back in a series. I guarantee we will see plenty more Game 5s coming out from Penn State.
And you know what's wild is I was talking to one of the Penn State players about a week ago, saying, you guys might be underdogs, but they were saying, you know what, watch out for us. We're about to make some magic happen. And I even told him, I'm like, listen, Penn State historically as a school is known for upsets and making wild plays, and no matter what sport it is. So the fact that they're here in Rocket League doing the exact same thing, I mean, you can't really be all that surprised.
No, certainly not. And they certainly have earned their place here in this Game 5, a chance to take down UTA. And for UTA, I think it's just simply you've got to put away and convert on the chances that you're creating, because they're creating so many. I mean, they look great on offense there. You can see the crowd, certainly a UTA crowd, but here to cheer on. I can see some Penn State fans as well, as you guys have been loud throughout the day, and for good reason. We have had some incredible matches. This one definitely as well.
I mean, right now, this is exactly what everyone in the crowd is just absolutely wanting. I mean, out of CRL right here. I mean, it's a Game 5. You're rooting for your favorite squad. I mean, there's a whole lot of people here, as you said, pulling for UT Arlington. And I mean, in Game 5, if they can make some magic happen, this crowd, they are going to absolutely explode.
We shall see. as we are waiting players to get back in. It is going to be a Game 5, and one that I think is going to go the distance. We head to Champions Field, driven by Nissan. It is a decider match between Penn State and UTA on the famed championship field. Let's see how it all plays out.
Legends are made on this map right now. This field, it's a field of dreams right now for both of these squads.
It is.
Right now, both of them have such high aspirations. And I mean, you might even say that they were dreams coming into this. I mean, Penn State, they might have not really seen themselves coming out of groups. I mean, yes, they were confident, but you still got to be realistic with yourself. And right now, if they're able to come out first in this group, like,
wow.
Nobody predicted that. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely not. And why should you?
Yeah, right there. They weren't even in CRL.
Yeah. But with the gameplay that we've seen from Penn State so far here today, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
And for UTA, they're looking to hang on and close out this series. Right now, Samba tested on the goal line, an easy clear for him, and the boost taken away twice there at the midfield and in the corner. He'll have to go all the way to the other side. And a good clear here from Penn State.
Yet again, this one's going to be heading over to that UTA side. They're going to be able to clear it out. Let's see if Samba can make something happen. He's going to be centering it. Oh! Nava not able to punch it home as the defense is going to hold strong for Penn.
Good look there from UTA. Maybe not the perfect look, but a half chance is always nice. Seeing if Penn State makes that mistake. That's a tough bounce as it comes across the box. UTA, of course, not there as they were still pushing up the field. Minute and a half have already come and gone here, or about to come upon us as UTA still threatening, circling on this Penn State side. We've mentioned that a couple times. Looking for that space, looking for that hole to push through. And a big clear, bouncing clear here from Penn State will buy a lot of time for them to break out.
As right now, both these squads just going back and forth. Adverse trying to get possession of it. That's going to be Kareem able to, and now he's going to try to hit the flip reset. But not able to land the double tap. Unfortunate, as this one's going to be cleared out. UTA, I mean, that right there, that one is one that they're taking a deep breath on right there. That was close.
And honestly, I think Kareem made that one a little bit harder than it could have or should have been. UTA weren't really there to defend anything. And maybe the more directed, easier shot might have produced a goal for Penn State. But of course, for Kareem in his angle, defense should have been there from UTA. As now they're threatening. Big save from Adverse. Still Penn State taking away the boost, still chipping away at the defense, and looking for that spot.
An absolutely incredible save right there for Adverse. I mean, listen, this first goal, massive. We all know how big Game 5 first goals are. I mean, they set the tone, they set the pace. They get in. Momentum is, oh my goodness, the crossbar. The post is going to be absolutely UTA's best friend right there as Brand trying to hit it off the backboard right here to center it. Kareem is able to punch it in, and Penn State find the first goal in this Game 5.
And that's good patience there from Kareem, waiting for that one to come through. Look at the block there from Brand. Samba thought that one was out. Adverse as well. A little bit of space spot for Kareem to come through, and Penn State on the board first.
And right now it's going to be all about that UTA answer. Where are they going to be able to find the grit, find the grind, find the unmitigated gall to come back in this one? As Brand is able to put them up 2-0. Penn State, they're starting to get the ball rolling. 2:15 left.
A shocking development here for UTA as Penn State doubles up here off the kickoff. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. UTA held scoreless here through half of Game 5.
I hear the chants starting. You're going to need to keep them going. You got to give this UTA squad some life, crowd. They're waiting for you. They need you right now. They're down 2-0 Game 5. So, I mean, right now, Penn State, bro, if this ends and they win this group, like anything can happen at Worlds, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely anything. But UTA looking to have something to say about it. Still plenty of time. We have seen comebacks before in this series alone.
Oh, yeah.
And for UTA, they've just got to push down the field, find those conversions that they just have not had. And I think Penn State, you got to give them a little bit of credit. They have slowed down UTA, better clears, a lot more control. But maybe not here as a good touch. It's Adverse again to set up Nava. UTA cuts the lead in half.
Here we go, and now 90 seconds left. I mean, this one, it's getting spicy right now as Adverse able to drop that one off beautifully to Nava. We got ourselves a 1-goal game. Let's see if UTA can find the equalizer here. 90 left.
And those are the type of offensive attacks that UTA need. They need to catch them on the counter. They need to quickly beat that last man, or first man rather, and set each other up on the back post. We've seen that so many times with Adverse to Samba, whether it's in the air or the back post. It has certainly paid off for UTA, but they have to find another chance because Penn State certainly are still threatening.
They are striking and really trying to hit hard right now. I mean, listen, Penn State, they got burned by the counterattack before, and right now they're not letting up on this offensive side. They're trying to get this third one. Oh my goodness, the crossbar. Barely able to answer, and Cam Bam still not able to put it in. But at the end of the day, Brand's going to punch it home. 59 seconds remaining, and Penn State find themselves up 2.
And it's just follow-up after follow-up. So many touches going above the net, and that just creates panic for UTA. They can't get up after it, and finally the dagger comes in from Brand to put it home. Penn State up by 2.
Oh my goodness, right now Penn State, they are doing it. And doing it well, ladies and gentlemen, as they're trying to make some magic happen right here on Champions Field, driven by Nissan. Game 5, they're only 45 seconds away from doing it. UTA are going to need to find back-to-back goals extremely fast to stay in this one.
Good touch here from Adverse, but he's just not getting the follow-up. Penn State will not be fooled.
Ooh, and right now Adverse.
What? That went in?
Wait a second. Wait a second. We got to see a replay on this one. How did this one squeeze on by? As Adverse dropped it down low. But
man. I thought he saved it.
I did too. That was so close. But now 32 seconds remaining. UTA have life, ladies and gentlemen. This one ain't over yet.
That was exactly what they needed. And off the kickoff, here comes Adverse looking for 2. He's there! Tie game!
There we go! UTA able to find back-to-back goals within 20 seconds. And like I said, anything can happen on Champions Field. Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3 tie game.
Huge sigh of relief from Samba to tie this one up and at least give him a shot to win Game 5.
Right now, let's see who's going to be able to find this first shot right here, right now. It's Samba! It's going to be Samba! Able to answer! And UTA have scored 3 goals in 25 seconds to make an insane comeback.
He knew it had to be him. And you could see him jump out of his chair. He's got 21 seconds. I think he unplugged something. I think that's what's happened.
I wouldn't be surprised if they unplug something. I understand. 21 seconds remaining. I mean, listen, bow down. What else can you do? We see you guys out there, man. Shout out to all the entire crowd. This right here is absolutely... This is nonsense. Like, what are we seeing right now? 3 goals in 25 seconds?
Comeback after comeback. I don't know what's happening. UTA just came to life in the final 45 seconds of this game. Samba, I said, he had a huge sigh of relief, and he knew that he had to step up here in these final seconds. He knew that he could take the lead. What a fantastic shot. He's ripping the cords out of his computer. He's hyped up. The desk talked about him coming in this. He wants energy. He's bringing the energy in the biggest moment.
And now, I mean, okay, take a deep breath. Being realistic, right? I feel like this is probably going to go to an overtime just because of this, pause right here. UTA had so much momentum, but I mean, it's still a tie game right now. There's still, 21 seconds left, so I believe probably this one's going to go to an overtime just because of the pause. If there wasn't a pause, though, I would honestly feel like UTA are about to score in that final 21 seconds.
It's all on Penn State. We'll see what they have to come out with here, and we'll see how we restart. I wonder if it's going to be a kickoff or not, but either way, Penn State, they don't have a lot of time. Looks like it will be a kickoff. 21 seconds.
It's UTA up.
As you said, UTA are up, and they might go up again. They're going to score off the kickoff.
That's it. I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what you wanted out of UTA, the hometown favorite. I said, they might not be able to score in 21 seconds. I take that back. Man. They scored in 3. UTA, they are here. They're making a statement. Game 5 is all theirs.
18 seconds left. Penn State, they need something off the kickoff here, and it's a good one to Kareem. They're going to need to score with just some time left on the clock.
You think Samba's going to let that happen? Come on, man.
I don't know. As here comes Brand, and he almost gets it under Samba. He'll deny. Adverse as well. UTA march down the field up by 2, and they clutch it out in Game 5 over Penn State.
Samba denies them yet again as UTA are going to be winning this group. What a performance coming out of this squad.
Wow. Just when you thought they were out. Just when you thought they didn't have it in them. Just when you thought Penn State was going to upset the whole side of the bracket, or their group rather, UTA come back into it. And it was that big man there walking away, Samba, to come up huge there in those final seconds.
And listen, you can see the look on those players' faces. They understand what kind of a series that was. That was an absolute banger of a matchup. Shout out to the whole crowd. You guys were going wild that whole entire series, so shout out to y'all for bringing the energy and really bringing the energy for this UTA squad to come back. That was a masterclass of a comeback.
And shout out to Penn State. This was a tough match. They have had tough matches all day, of course, being a lower seed, but they have played their teams close. They got the win over Portsmouth and a Game 5 loss to UTA. Penn State, if I'm looking around from other sides of the groups, I'm looking at Penn State and I'm saying, I hope I don't see that team later on.
Yeah, because this team is scary, and now they're going to be mad. They just get within a 28-second window. 4 goals, that's a goal every 7 seconds. That should never happen in the world. So Penn State, they're going to be so mad about that Game 5. They understand they let that one slip away.
Wow.
And I mean, listen, you talk about how Berlin let one slip away earlier. This might be an even worse slip, in my opinion.
You're seeing these last 2 goals in Nissan replay. Here it was Samba and then Adverse. Samba to take the lead, Adverse to put this game away off the kickoff. And you can see there from UTA. Samba actually only had 1 shot in that game, which is shocking because he had basically the game-winning shot. He was the one to put it into the lead, and them into the lead.
Listen, game-winning shot, that is the most important one. So shout out to him for being able to punch it home. I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, listen, from top to bottom, that series was everything that we wanted, everything we could ask for, and now Penn State winning the group, nobody's bracket. I did not see one bracket. Aside from maybe, you know, some of the parents of some Penn State players, you know, nobody had Penn State winning this group.
Fans.
I'm sorry, nobody did.
All right, well, look, we've said our piece about this match. Let's go ahead down on stage with Jorby. He's standing with Samba.
And I'm here with Samba. I gotta say, well, the crowd's been behind you guys all day so far, but that was an absolutely insane series. The cheering MVP, man. How are you feeling just after that crazy Game 5?
Are you guys not entertained?
I love it. They're clearly entertained, Samba. But I want to get into your head a little bit because that Game 5 didn't really start out the way you guys wanted to. What was going on? What was going on in the comms when you were down 3-1 and then you mounted that comeback?
We're always like, there's always a chance. There's always time. We're like, we got this. No need to rush it. We still had a minute left. When Avers scored that goal, we're like, don't rush this. You know, don't overcommit. And you know, it's just the positive mindset. Nalva and Avers have great mindsets, and it helps me out so much.
I say for UTA, how does it feel to have an entire crowd backing you almost every single time? Even when you guys were down, they were chanting UTA. What's that like for the team and the mental?
It's awesome. I heard them twice when we were like down by 2 goals, just chanting us, and it's so awesome. We have so many fans, all the family, all the friends. We love you guys.
Well, Samba, you've been absolutely popping off, man. This crowd definitely going to be excited to see you. I'm excited to see UTA for the rest of the weekend, but that's Samba, and we'll see you guys later.